you. I read tarot. I also teach yoga to people and meditation and breath work. And it's a joy to get to know some of the people of the world who also are doing lots of healing work via love, compassion. Virgo, my intention with tarot is divine guidance and loving clarity. So feel free to listen in for some June guidance. I'm an intuitive reader, so I'm pulling cards to intuit channeled messages with an intention to offer divine guidance. Okay, so let's see. We've started off here with the Justice in the reverse. Let me get more energy, Virgo. I have a Virgo moon, so I be resonating with the Virgo lovers. There's a lot of attention to detail potentials, I think, for obsession with Virgo as well, like in the shadow. So divine guidance and loving clarity. This is a major arcana. Well, justice reversed straight up could feel like injustice. There could be something going down that's a little bit upsetting. Divine guidance and loving clarity for my Virgos. Let's get into it. So this is for June, for anyone who stumbles upon this video, who needs to hear these messages. What are the messages for Virgo? Okay, so this is a love situation in the reverse, Justice. So getting a message about love. You might be dealing with a Queen of Wands. I'm hearing something about taking a risk to make changes. It's looking to me like, okay, Queen of Wands, fire sign, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. This person is in the reverse. This would be a bold, attractive, fiery, right? Like maybe mystical, maybe a bit like spicy and sexual. They're in the reverse. It seems, so the Page of Cups is a message, or it's a child. There could be children involved. This looks like somebody leaving a situation, going out the door. I'm not happy here. I'm going to go this way. I don't want to have a new beginning with you. Closing a chapter, closing a door. Why? Because this looks like an ending of a bigger pattern, Virgo. And I am interpreting it as this Queen of Wands is a partner, is somebody in your life. Although this is somebody who's been around for a while. This is somebody that 6 months, 10 months, 6 years, 10 years, 2 years maybe. It's like having compassionate conversation. Like I'm like holding space and being like, I just can't do it anymore, or I don't think this is gonna go where we want it to go. And then the Knight of Wands give me just a sense of breaking free. And again, with general readings, do what you like with the gender. So this, depending on your preference, this could be a King of Wands that you're, and again, they're in the downturn. So I'm like, honestly, at this point, kind of cutting the situation loose looks like it's of benefit. To just kind of clear the air, because the reversal here with the other reversals is heavy. We're dealing with a heavy situation, not although 10 of Swords could be some distortions and some pain, but you have overcome that. This is a karmic situation that's probably closing down, but there's also an acceptance of we're not going to be able to move it forward. We're not going to be able to find balance, maybe. It's as simple as that. Like, you know, you have this going on, I have this going on, and we're not going to meet. We're not going to be able to meet, or. So a difficult kind of spiritual time feels like injustice, and might feel so, like, for example, the queen or yourself, like, it's a difficult conversation, feels unfair, feels like things don't, why isn't this worked out for me? But this is part of the closing down of the old ways, the old the old you, because it seems like there's a invitation for something more balanced, for something more harmonious. I think this is a big, you know how the North Node has been transiting Aries, and the South Node obviously moving through Libra, and these are the relationship axes of myself and other, and how we relate, of course. And so much of the collective healing, individual healing, is about healing codependency, which is connected to, there's this initial card I pulled, which was the Mask. And this is about people, places, things, whether it's due to our trauma, our drama, our programs, whatever. It's situations or realities where we're not quite ourselves. The mask. Like, we have to put on a mask. We have to be something for someone else to survive, to blend in, to protect, whatever, versus just being who we are, right? Being our authentic self. So again, cutting loose a situation, or maybe walking away from a new beginning, or not taking a new beginning, can liberate you into a more harmonious love, like friendships, partnerships, business alliances. It's like the shift, even if it's uncomfortable, that brings you into feeling luckier. You might get offers, messages that make you feel lucky, that then end up, you go out, you meet somebody, you're like, oh, Shazam, what's up? Manifesting. So you're manifesting this new life, and it's like, if we keep going back to the old life, we miss out on the new life that we're intending. So this new life is a loving life. It's a lucky life. It's and also the Knight of Swords, I'm getting a sense of movement, as in fast movement. Things can start to move along quite quickly now. Let's get the final messages for Virgo for June. Divine guidance, love and clarity for Virgo. This is just affirming the ending. I think maybe, like, it's already ended. I'm hearing April, so like April, May, it's situations that have ended, are ending, or are closing down. Like, I can't do this anymore. This isn't working, etc., etc., etc. And it could be you. You might be the one being like, I don't want a commitment, or there's something coming through about stunted growth, and I'm not sure. Maybe you were dealing with somebody who was like stunted a bit. Like, they wanted to try to be a suitor, or they wanted to try to meet you and show up for you, but actually they're just not mature enough, or it's not their point of attraction. They wanted to pretend to be this Queen of Wands, but actually they're a Knight of Wands, and you're not here for it. I think this Three of Wands reversed to be like, you've been reflecting and healing and so now you're ready to move forward. You're ready to step into your new world. And again, a lot, changings, change. And a lot of, I'm getting that, just the sense of speed. So I'm like, a lot of you it could just move along quite quickly. Releasing burdens, I just saw that one. So that's what it says. Like, stepping into the new world is letting go of things that aren't aligned with you, that you don't want, too much mental conflict, too much drama. Like, I just want to move forward. I just want to feel lucky. And again, there's a sense of autonomy, but the freedom break, like stepping into the autonomy, is actually also suddenly bringing in the moreness, the greater harmony, the wish fulfillment, the luck card, the like spicy quick interactions, where there's here again now take absolving or releasing a lot of old pain to structure in a new perception of yourself, of life, of people in that life. Reflection is coming through a fair bit here. So it's like, if nothing else, just reflect on things. You may have taken up new love. You may have kind of opened the door to something new, which is why you're like, I got to make these changes because I want this next thing. I want this other thing that will come through. And straight up with the mask card, big theme here around being your authentic self, being honest, being just you know, however, whoever that is, whatever that is. We do know deep down, like, we know when we're comfortable with somebody, we know when we can be ourselves, we know when we can grow, you know, versus not, versus like, man, we're going around in circles, or this new beginning seems like it's not really going in the direction we thought it would. This feels tiresome, this feels painful, repetitive, whatever it might be, right? Because something in the central energy is just, it's like, I'm not going to bring this to justice. This isn't going to be a direction. And there's a power point here of making your own way, stepping into your world that you want, so that you know who you are, and you can be honest, and you can be authentic, and you can be true to that. And then bring in more, but possibly substantially one other, but bring in more people that make you feel lucky. And I'm hearing make you feel at home. You know, we all deserve that. And obviously so many of us are in still endeavoring a lot of this, you know, karmic healing, or generational healing, or childhood wounding, whatever you want to call it. There's some heart stuff that's definitely transforming our perception, and it's a beautiful thing. It's just like, you know, being a slave is super not fun and cool. It's like, we can be a slave to certain belief systems that actually suck. And yet this is part of the whole awakening of uprooting via the body, not the mind, not the thinking mind, not the programmed conditioned mind, but via the body. How does it feel? What inspires me? What makes me want to move forward? What lights me up? What, right? It's giving ourselves permission to move toward those unknown realities that help us eventually transform, release, jump timelines, whatever language you want to use, to shift ourselves out of. And the emotional alchemical process is very real, very honorable, very true, and yet is often denied and shamed and deflected in our modern, in our kind of paradigm. And so it is a real divine and spiritual claim that we must claim inside our own beingness, of like, I'm here to do good. I'm here to, because if that's your choice, if you'd prefer to not do good, or to, you know, then we can intend that too. Being in service, that's a very Virgo energy, being in service. And it kind of loops around, where if we're entangling ourselves with wrong people, if we're entangling ourselves with energies that feel like death, or are tiring, or are off skis, like just not quite right, that's the nodal transit through Aries and Libra. And Aries is the north node. So the Aries energy is inviting us to be more of who we are, and to have the courage, the strength, and the risk ultimately to go out on our own, if the people in our lives, or because this energy, I've just remembered too, this Page of Cups, this Queen of Wands is caring, is loving, shares love, shares the stuff. But somehow, wherever in the connection, it's not fully honest, or it's not fully, like, something isn't committable. Like, this character can't quite commit, or you can't quite commit for some reason. And again, with all these sword energies reversed, I'm like, karmic stuff from a lower base tone personally is like teaching us lessons. And then we absolve and or honor those lessons, learn them. We learn and integrate the lesson, or transform the density that brought about the lesson in the first place. And then we rise up. We permission ourselves to go to the next thing, the next series of lessons. My hope or idea would, in my actual personal experience, even though it's still mega challenging, is that we get to heal stuff and then move on to other stuff. But there is a great reward. I have to blow my schnoz. There is a great reward in living in that kind of seasonal transformational way versus the mechanistic fixed, like just work all the time and then die kind of thing. And especially to feed a kind of system that is super cruel, harsh, demonic, like just brutality in the control, domination. And in the macro micro, that's potentially what a lot of us are unlocking and or rising out of, is that we're perceiving the kind of cray of domination, control, and all of the kind of narcissistic abuse tactics that go on within those narratives. So it might be that we're seeing more and more people within the personal realities breaking free from power dynamics, breaking free from, narcissistic control, and or seeing more clearly, seeing through the manipulation, the gaslighting, what all that stuff. I'm going to leave it there. Really got to blow my nose, Virgo. I adore you guys. Thanks for being my internet friends. Give us a like, a subscribe. Feel free to share these videos to help out All to Love as an online brand, a small business that genuinely wants to share more love and empower more people to be authentic, and trust in the rising of a population that greatly outweighs any small faction of control and domination that's been running the world. So it's our time, as a collective, to share, I think, to be good to ourselves so that we can continue to be good to other people, and ideally bring about this new earth energy that, even trying to be realistic about it, is like a higher harmonic that is not nearly as destructive on the planet, doesn't enslave people's minds, and ultimately that we live from the heart and can really embrace the dynamism of this contract here on earth. So there we are, Virgo. Have a wonderful day, you guys. And well, actually have a great month ahead. I'll look forward to seeing you in the daily readings, where we share the daily readings on the Instagram and TikTok. I sometimes promote other events on those apps as well. And little intuitive shares. It's been kind of quite a transformative few weeks, so I'm intrigued just to see how things continue to evolve. I have to blow my nose. Have a great month, Virgo. Take care of yourselves. Peace out.